Good morning, student. Today I am going to tell you a wonderful and interesting story about the Happy Prince. So this lesson is taken from your supplementary reader. This is lesson number 5. Now children, let me tell you something about the writer. The writer is Oscar Wilde. Now the full name of Oscar Wilde was Oscar Fingal O'Flaherty Wills Wilde. He was born on 16th October 1854, and since his name was so big, so many letters, so many words were there in his name, so people loved to call him only Oscar Wilde. He was an Irish poet and playwright. After writing in different forms throughout the 1880s, he became one of London's most popular playwrights in the early 1890s. Now, in this story, let me also tell you what is the theme. But before telling the theme, I would like to tell you about the background of the story. So the story is an allegory. Now let me explain you what is an allegory. Allegory is a story or poem or picture that can be interpreted to reveal a hidden meaning, typically a moral or political one. So allegory can be in the form of a story, allegory can be in the form of a poem or picture that can be interpreted to reveal a hidden meaning, typically a moral or political one. So the story is an allegory. It brings out the importance of charity. We learn defies can endear us to God. That means through our love and sacrifice we can be near to God. The prince in the story is no living prince. He is the statue of a dead prince decorated with gold leaves and precious stone. Now children, when I will tell you the story, it's not about a living prince. It's about a dead prince whose statue is there, and the whole statue is decorated or covered with gold leaves and precious stone. He is known as the Happy Prince because there is a smile on his lips. Now that statue is famous by the name of a Happy Prince because there is a smile on his lips. But the smile gradually gives way to tears. Now one day, that Happy Prince, he started to cry. The tears are coming from his eyes. The Happy Prince cannot help crying over the scenes of misery in the houses of the poor. He decided to help them with his gold leaves and costly stone. Now he cannot bear the misery of his city. He can see from the, because his statue was placed on a high pillar. From there he can see all the miseries in the houses of the poor, and he could not tolerate all those misery, their sadness, their unhappiness. So tears start coming from his eyes. The Happy Prince cannot help crying over the scenes of misery in the house of the poor. He decided to help them with his gold leaves and costly stone. Now what he decided? The Happy Prince cannot help crying over the scene of misery in the house of the poor. So now he started that he should help him with his gold leaves and costly stone. A little swallow who had flown in from Egypt break his flight and take rest at the feet of the prince. Suddenly a swallow come, and that swallow is coming from far away. He is coming from far away. So that swallow, he is coming from far away, and he sits in between his feet. The little swallow who had flown in from Egypt break his flights because he is very tired and take rest at the feet of the prince. The little birds act as his messenger. Now children, when after some time when the tears started falling on the little bird's head, she thought first that it is raining, but then she sees there is no cloud. Again she looks, and then she suddenly notices that it is the tears which is coming from the eyes of the Happy Prince. Now that boat, it was very kind, she was very kind to everyone, and she asked the prince that what is the reason that why he is crying. Now the prince answered, he told that I am crying because I can see lot of misery in my city, and he requested the swallow that to become one of his messenger, help him. At first the swallow tells him, she tells him that she has to go to the Egypt because where all his friends are waiting, but then finally she agreed to act as his messenger. Now he gives away all his wealth. All his wealth is given to Swallow, and one by the Swallow was on his way back to his homeland when the prince had detained him to help the poor. He still wished to go back, but now it was too late. Now the Swallow still wished to go back to Egypt, for that is a warm place, with his friend. But when she saw that the prince is very sad, so she decided to help him. The intense cold killed him. Now children, what happened? Now the Swallow, it started helping the prince. Now then she was sitting, when she was looking at the prince, the voice came from the statue to the Swallow, and it said that when it was alive, it had not known what tears were. His courtiers called him a happy prince. Now he sat very high, he can see the miseries of the city. And again he requested the Swallow to help him. The happy prince told the Swallow that there was a woman far away. She was a seamstress. She was embroidering flowers on the satin gown of the queen's maid of honor. The maid was to wear it at the next court ball. In the bed there lay ill her little boy. Now her son was very ill, he was suffering from fever. The happy prince asked the Swallow to pick the ruby from his sword hilt and give that to the woman. Now the Swallow helps the woman. First the Swallow said that his friend had gone to Egypt. He was waited for in Egypt, but the happy prince requested him to stay one night more with him. The Swallow agreed. So the Swallow finally agreed. He picked up the ruby and flew to the woman's house. He put the ruby near the woman's thimble. He also fanned the boy's forehead so that he can feel relaxed he was suffering from the high fever. The boy felt a bit better. He sank into a deep slumber. Now again the Swallow returned back to the prince, and again the prince asked Swallow to help, this time a playwright. The Swallow flew back to the happy prince. He felt warmer though it was cold. The happy prince told him that it was because he had done a good act, that's why he is feeling better. The Swallow once again told him that he wanted to fly back to his homeland Egypt, but the happy prince told him to stay one more night. He told the Swallow that he saw a playwright, that means a person who writes plays, in a little room. He was trying to finish a play for the director of the theater, but he was feeling so cold that he is not able to write, and he was hungry also. He asked the Swallow to pluck one sapphire from his eyes and give that to the playwright. Well, the Swallow had done according to the prince's wish, and once again the Swallow returns to the happy prince. The playwright saw the sapphire. He was happy. Now he hoped to finish the play. The Swallow went to the happy prince. He told him that he had come to bid him goodbye, but the happy prince requested him to stay one more night. The Swallow is sent to help the match girl. The happy prince told the Swallow that there was a little match girl in the square below. All her matches had fallen in the gutter. Her father would beat her if she did not bring home some money. She was crying. And as she was scared that her father will definitely beat her if she will not sell the matches and take the money to her home. Now he asked the Swallow to pluck out the sapphire from his other eyes and give that to her. The Swallow plucked the sapphire from the Happy Prince's eyes. He flew with the sapphire and gave the sapphire into the little girl's hand, and in this way he made the girl happy. Children, the Swallow once again flew back to the Happy Prince. Now this time the decision of the Swallow is changed. She told straight away to the prince that now she don't want to go to Egypt. She want to stand by his side to help him. She would like to stay with him as he had gone blind. Now children, see, he was such a happy prince. Now God has sent somebody to support the Happy Prince, and who was that? It was Swallow. Now she don't want to go back to the Egypt. She wanted to help the Happy Prince. The Happy Prince asked him to fly over the city and tell him what he saw. He also told the Swallow that the most marvelous thing was human suffering, and human misery was the greatest mystery. The Swallow reports what he sees. The Swallow flew over the city. He saw hungry children. He also saw many poor people. The Happy Prince asked him to take leaf after leaf of the fine gold over his body and give to them. The poor now laughed and the children played. Winter set in. Now there came the snow and then frost. Everything looked white. The poor little Swallow grew colder and colder, but he did not leave the Happy Prince. Okay, but at the same time she was not able to tolerate the cold season. So she knew that she won't be leaving. She would surely die very soon. But then again she did not leave the Happy Prince. He could no longer keep himself. Now then children, the snow and the frost were increasing day by day. The poor little Swallow grew colder and colder, but he did not leave the Happy Prince. But he could not no longer keep himself alive. He at last knew that he was going to die. The Swallow asked the prince to let him kiss his hand. The prince told him that he was happy. He was going to Egypt, so he told him to kiss him on the lips. But the Swallow told him that he was not going to Egypt. He was going to the house of death. And he fell down and finally died. Now, at that moment, there appeared a crack inside the statue. The heart of the Happy Prince broke into two. The dead Swallow lay at its feet. The next morning, the mayor and the town councillor came that way. They looked at the statue. They declared that the Happy Prince was no longer beautiful, so he was no longer useful. Then they decided to take him down, and finally the whole statue was melted. They melted the statue in a furnace, but the broken heart did not melt. It was thrown away. And children, it was thrown away where? It was thrown away to the place where the dead bird was lying. So the broken heart of the prince and the dead bird, they were lying together. So the little Swallow lost his life while helping the poor. His death broke the prince's heart. So the Swallow and the prince perished for a noble cause. That means both of them had done a good deed, and by doing the good deed they had died. But their death was not the end. It made them immortal. That is why the angel selected the dead Swallow and the lifeless heart of the prince as the noblest thing on earth. The story teaches a very useful and true lesson. We learn that God loves those who loves their fellow human being. Now at the end, what happened? One day, it is a scene of heaven now. Now one day what happened? The God is asking two most precious things from the angel. God asked one of the angel that you have to bring the two most precious thing in the city. The angel brought him the leaden heart of the happy prince and the dead bird. God told that in the garden of paradise the little bird would sing forever. The happy prince would praise him forever in his city of gold. And children, so such a beautiful, though the sad end, but a beautiful message is there, that we learn that God loves those who loves their fellow human being, who loves to sacrifice their life for others, who help others, and they die for others. So there is a beautiful theme, and the message of the story is that we should take care of our fellow being, we should not hurt others, we should take care of our friend, and we should help others. We should have the feeling of kindness and sacrifice. So with this I have completed the background of the story. Now I will start with the chapter. So this is a beautiful and interesting story. You will enjoy reading the story. So let us read about the appetizer first. The happy prince was a beautiful statue. So who was happy prince? It was not the living prince, but it was a beautiful statue. He was covered with gold. He had sapphire for eye. Sapphire is a blue colored stone, and a ruby in his sword. He wanted to part with all the gold that he had and his precious stone. Now just for the sake of other, just to help other, he would like to part with all his treasure. That means the gold, sapphire and the ruby, all the expensive stone which he had on his body. Now let's start the story. One night, high above the sea, on a tall column, stood the statue of the happy prince. Now children, once upon a time, there was a city on a tall column, and a statue was standing of the happy prince. So whose statue was that? It was the statue of the happy prince. He was gilded all over with thin leaves of fine gold. That means gilded means his whole body was covered with the thin layer of fine pure gold. For eyes he had two bright sapphire, and there were two bright sapphire in place of his eyes, and a large red ruby glowed on his sword hilt. Now hilt is a handle of the sword, and children, the sword of the happy prince was made from the handle. So it was a beautiful statue of the happy prince with lot of gold and lot of expensive stone. He was covered all over with a sword, and the handle of the sword was made of ruby. It's a red color expensive stone. One night there flew over the city a little swallow. His friend had gone away to Egypt 6 weeks before, but he had stayed behind. Then he decided to go to Egypt too. So one night what happened? And the happy prince flew over the city, and a little swallow. Swallow is a small bird which soar very high. One night they flew over the city a little swallow. His friend had gone away to Egypt 6 weeks before, but he had stayed behind, and then he decided to go to Egypt too. All day long he flew, and at night time he arrived at the city. Now children, all day the swallow flew. You can see the picture of swallow. You can see here the picture of swallow, and here is the beautiful statue of the prince who is standing at the statue. So children, all day long he flew, and at night time he arrived at the city. So whole day long he flew, and at night time he arrived at the city. Where shall I part up? Where shall I put up, he said. I hope the town has made preparation. Now he's thinking where should he take and rest. Has the town had any preparation for the outsider to take rest? And suddenly he saw the statue on the tall column. Okay, see, the statue is standing on the tall column. Here is the statue, it is standing on the tall column. So suddenly his eyes fell on the statue which was standing on the tall column. Well, now he was thinking to sleep, and what did this bird saw when he was sitting under the statue of the happy prince? When he raised his head up, he saw that he looked up and he saw a few portion of the statue, and what he felt that he is sleeping as if he is sleeping in a golden bedroom. He looked around and he prepared to go to sleep. But just as he was putting his head under his wing, a large drop of water fell on him. You know how the birds sleep, children? They sleep, they put their head over their back. So when he was sleeping, a large drop of water fell on him. What a curious thing, he cried. There is not a single cloud in the sky. The stars are quite clear and bright, and yet it is raining. So children, he went and he found out that the stars are quite clear and bright. Then how it is raining? Then another drop fell. Again another drop fell. He was very much surprised that from where it is raining. What is the use of a statue if it cannot keep the rain off? He said. I must look for a good chimney pot. And he determined to fly away. But before he had opened his wing, a third drop fell, and he looked up and saw, what did he see? The eyes of the happy prince were filled with tears. Now children, when he was sleeping, he was not able to sleep because continuously the drop was falling from the eyes, and he thought it is raining. But then when he looked up and he saw, and he was surprised, he told, what did he see? He saw that the eyes of the happy prince were filled with tears, and tears were running down his golden cheeks. And tears were running down from his golden cheeks. He was surprised to find that it was happy prince. Now let's see what happened. He is very sad, and when he saw the prince cry, the eyes of the happy prince were filled with tears, and tears were running down his golden cheeks. His face was so beautiful in the moonlight that the little swallow was filled with pity. Now children, the face of the happy prince was looking so beautiful that the swallow was feeling pity for him. He was sad, and in fact he was surprised that why the prince is crying. What, is he not solid gold? Now he is telling, is he not solid gold? Said the swallow to himself. He was too polite to make any personal remark. Now children, when he went near the happy prince, already he was under the feet of the body of the happy prince, but when he went near and he found one thing, that the whole statue is covered with gold. It is covered with the layer of the gold, and he is thinking the whole statue is made of gold. Then he asked, who are you? I am the happy prince. The prince replied that he is happy prince. He gave his introduction. Why are you weeping then? Asked the swallow. The swallow is asking, why are you weeping? You have quite drenched me. Now he is telling, why are you quite crying continuously? And drench me here is to wet him. That means he was wet from his tears, from the tears which were falling from the eyes of the happy prince. When I was alive and had a human heart, answered the statue, I did not know what tears were. Now children, now happy prince is explaining about his previous life to the swallow. He is telling, oh swallow, when I was alive, when I used to live in the palace, where sorrows is not allowed to enter. At that time, sorrow means sadness. Okay, the things which by which we feel sorrow. So that was not allowed to enter on my palace. My courtiers called me the happy prince. He told my courtiers called me the happy prince, and happy indeed I was, and I was really happy. So I lived and so I died. So I lived very happily and I died almost very happily. And now that I am dead, they have set me up here so high that I can see the ugliness and all the misery of my city. Okay, so he is telling that now since I am dead and my statue is put over the high pillar, so I can see, you can, this line, this word is very important, ugliness and all the misery of the city. Here, ugliness and all the misery of my city. So he's telling, okay, now I'm standing in such a height that I can see all the sad thing. Here ugliness means the sadness and the misery, and the misery here means the suffering of the people of his city. You can see from here. And though my heart is made of lead, yet I cannot choose but weep. He's telling you, though my heart is made of lead, but I cannot choose but weep. What, is he not solid gold? Said the swallow to himself. He was too polite to make any personal remark. Now children, that swallow was also very nice, with a very nice nature, and he was not able to make a personal remark to him. He thought that, at first he thought in the beginning that the whole body of the statue is made of gold, but now when the prince told him, he told, oh, is he not solid gold? Said the swallow to himself. He was too polite to make any personal remark. Now the swallow was having such a nice nature that he did not want to make any personal remark to make anyone sad. Far away, continued the statue in a low musical voice. Far away in a little street there is a poor house. One of the windows is open, and through it I can see a woman seated at a table. Now he can see a woman who was sitting at the table. Her face is thin and worn. So worn is exhausted with work. Okay, she is very tired. Her face is very tired. Okay, she is very thin, and she has coarse red hand, and she is always, every time she has used to do so much work that her hand has become coarse, that is, her hand has become rough. So all pricked by the needle. Now what work she used to do? She used to do the work of the tailor. So she used to do embroidery on the silken clothes. So all her skin, all her hands were pricked by the needle. Pricked means marked with small holes. For she is seamstress. Seamstress means a lady tailor. She is embroidering flowers on a satin gown for the loveliest of the queen maids of honor. Now the queen of that city, she had a maid. Okay, that maid, the maids there used to be called the maids of honor, and she has, that lady, the maid, was very lovely. She has to go to a party, and for that she is making a satin gown, and she was embroidered, that gown she was embroidering with the flowers. Now to wear at the next court ball. Court ball means a party where everybody used to go for a ball dance, and they used to enjoy a feast and a nice ball dance. Everybody was invited at that in the court for a ball dance party. So in a bed in the corner of the room, her little boy is lying ill. Now she is working very hard, but at the same time her son is there, and he is very ill. He is very ill, and this lady, she is not having a time to look after her son. Her son is suffering from the high fever. Now in a bed in the corner of the room, her little boy is lying ill. He has a fever and is asking his mother to give him oranges. Now children, the boy is asking for the oranges. He is very hungry, and he can see his mother. She don't have time to look up, also she don't have time to care for him, but as he is hungry, he is asking for the oranges. His mother has nothing to give him but river water. Now children, the mother is working very hard, and she is so poor that she don't have anything to give her son for eating. She only had a river water in her house, and that water she had given to her son to drink. Now children, in my next video I will like to tell you the other part of the story. Thank you, and have a nice day ahead.